Okay. Broadcasting live from the extremely mixed up world of Hyrule, this is the Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2025. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Bobtastic, and joining me today on commentary is Tracy M. Tracy M., how you doing?
Oh, doing fantastic. We got this race on, which is really awesome because I believe it's a 3-0 race. So
Excellent.
Both runners in really good position to do really well in this tournament, but one of them's going to take a loss today. We had to.
You can't
get it in the last minute, but you know.
Unfortunately, somebody has to lose every race at this point. I think there's a potential for a tie, but that's weird.
Ties aren't fun.
Well,
they're funny, but they're not fun.
True. Well,
so
I am.
Go ahead.
Yeah. These runners are clearly better than me. I'm sitting here at 0-3 and technically 1-3 because they gave me the bye this week out of pity. So
there you go. It's better than my 0-0, I suppose, but you know. Okay, so we have the mirror scroll as the one concession that they have both agreed on, or change that they both agreed on. So we don't have to worry about fairies and bottles screwing up our death warp. So that's about all we can say for that. It's just basically, for those of you that maybe haven't seen it, it acts like a mirror in dungeons. Doesn't do any of the mirror functions on the overworld. A nice quality of life item, I would say.
Yeah, it's just a little item that sits in that 20th inventory slot, looks like a map, and then isn't. It's kind of a remnant of the door randomizer, which in that mode you kind of need it.
You kind of need it because you can get stuck in places that you can't take a death warp out of, and thus the mirror scroll exists. We get a bottle right away, and we get my least favorite Sank start, which is the castle, because hey, we have the
whole point of Sank start is to find someplace else to go other than your house, which is literally right there.
Exactly. It does mean we get to do the back once we get bombs. We see Hookshot Cave, which we can't do anything with for a while because we need bombs even to just go through it. There's the Link House. Yeah, okay. Girl, we like that.
Well, I guess we will not be seeing any bunny shenanigans today.
Not today. They both are heading over to Kakariko.
Yeah, I imagine both of them probably going for the standard bomb drops here at the bushes. Words.
Nothing for Gamma. Oh, well, both.
Wow, the RNG giveth and the RNG taketh away, and by that I mean it just takes.
In this case, for sure. Okay, there's a bomb for Gamma. Okay, they each get one bomb, and both say that's good enough for me.
It looks like Gamma got two, actually.
Oh, you're right, he did. I'd like to have 3. Oh, see, we are immediately going to use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't love to spend your bombs immediately on account of there's so many places that need bombs.
If you're gonna, you don't want to leave this open. And we get a heart.
Yeah. One of the things about Crosskeys is a lot of times early on you can run into places that are extremely dangerous.
Yes.
And having a little bit of extra health never hurt anybody.
Never a bad thing.
Except for maybe the cheat.
What do we got here? We got 2 more chests. Cheffy probably hoping there's some bombs in one of these. 20 rupees and arrows, which we don't even have a bow to fire with, so there you go.
Alright, so Meyer Shed pretty dead.
Gonna check the race game and see if we need to come back for that. It is a small key, which is an annoying item because it is an item that you will have to go pick up. But it could be, Mire 3, which we don't necessarily care about, or it could be Swamp, and we may really care about that, assuming Swamp is a crystal, which we really can't assume.
True.
Bumper Cave. More connectors we can't do anything with.
Yeah. Now, of course, for those of you who are uninitiated, that was the back of Bumper Cave, which, unlike the front, has 2 different ways to go through. The first one, the normal version, you have to have the cape. In this version, you could use the cape or the hookshot to get through that bumper.
Yeah, it's a classic gotcha for new Crosskeys players. So if you haven't played Crosskeys before and you're thinking about it, remember that. Oh my god, Gamma has already a bomb, gets the 50-50 bomb near this bomb spot. Cheffy doesn't get either. It is Swamp
he doesn't get
Palace.
the bomb. Ooh, Swamp is Swamp there. I mean, I don't mind it, because one of the things that makes Swamp in the vanilla game so annoying is the fact that you have to mirror and go back and hit the stupid switch and all this other mess. And so the fact that in Crosskeys, when you find Swamp, there it is, and you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, there's a lot of pieces we have none of. We need flippers.
That is correct.
We need a jam. We would like to have the small key to be able to open up, to go beyond the first chest. We'd like to have a hook shot to go beyond that. We'd like to have it be in logic with a hammer, but we can skirt around that if we have a hook shot.
Yeah, good old
we need flippers.
clip.
I mentioned
That's a
we need
weird
flippers.
old thing. Yeah, you mentioned flippers. You need flippers and you need dam just to get get to the first thing. Then you need a small key to get past that, and then you need a hook shot to finish the thing, and you kind of hope for the hammer.
All right, we don't have the lumberjack drop down at the magic vat is arrows, so we'll never come back for that.
I mean, unless somebody comes out of Ganon's tower or something, or what is it, like Vitreous with like having spent all their arrows and be like, I know where 10 arrows are. Nobody's gonna remember that.
I mean,
nobody's gonna remember that 2 hours in.
I would be very impressed if someone actually remembered all those details.
All right, well, we did just find the Pyramid Fairy. We found a mushroom, and we filled the bottle with some green potions, and there's some more bombs, so our runners will not have to worry about it that much. Oh, it looks like Gammachu is going to go ahead and use the green potion.
Oh, this is really smart. Yeah, I like this a lot. And
it's going to pay off here in a second, too.
I mean, they're both going to be able to do it, right? Actually... Oh, no, Gamma's not going to be able to do this. I mean, if he does a mimic clip, it won't matter, but...
Oh, yeah, he can't. There's no way for him to spend magic.
He doesn't, yeah, and it...
Wait, no. There are bubbles in that roll.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That'll work. Yeah, he can get his magic taken away that way. Useless fairy at the drop-down in town.
They're not bubbles, they're anti-fairies, but you get the point.
Z1, they were bubble. I mean, we didn't have magic in Z1, but, they kind of served a similar annoying purpose. Find laser bridge with nothing in logic to do with. We're going to do it anyway with some laser skips. We're going to die to one of those laser skips, and I'm sure he'll walk right back in.
If I remember the way that AA was doing the logic, I think he made it where if you have a heart,
no, not for laser bridge. Nope, not for laser bridge.
Okay.
Needs a safety item, or the mirror shield.
Okay.
In fact,
I know it's like that in the vanilla randomizer. I just thought that the entrance randomizer.
Well, the vanilla randomizer doesn't require anything, which is fine because in the normal randomizer, you're not going to be, 3 hearts, no mail, walking into laser bridge. If you are, then
So we just had a bow locked flute there on the right hand side of.
Yep.
Pod, so Cheffy picks that up, and Gammachu about to pick up some more there as well.
Yeah, well, he has got the small key out of Laser Bridge, and so is going to be able to do a couple extra checks here. Now we're going to see that map scroll put into good effect by both players. Gamma is not going to do the sequence break. So that's really interesting. Not going to get that early flute. We do get an early book. If you're going to get a book, might as well get it early.
Yeah, do love a book. Or at least having it available.
If I'm going to get it, I want to have it where I can route those tablets in at more reasonable times and having to go back to the map just to get Ether Tablet or something similar.
I think there was a Plando back in the day where the book allowed you to flip the crystal switches. It was really weird.
It's like an April Fool's. setting.
It was one of the Woods Road ones way back in the day.
All right, we finally get bombs in a chest, and it's like well past the need for them. But you know,
I mean, I never complain about more bombs because until I get like a sword or something reasonable to hit things with, they're basically my only source of damage.
Well, the big thing is, when are you gonna get to Mini Moldorm Cave? Until you found Mini Moldorm Cave, or until you have a weapon that you can just kill Moldorms with, having your bomb count up to guarantee that you can just do that when you find it is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gabba's gonna do an immediate ped check.
Ooh,
I mean, why not?
That is an interesting play, and if it turns out to be one of those required keys of some sort or something like that, this could be huge.
I seem to recall a race, I want to say you played it.
It's a map.
Where one of the runners did this exact play and found out there was a Castle Tower small key, and then shortly thereafter found out that Ganon was at the Lumberjack drop down. So I want to say you were one of those runners. I think it was you and Fred, but I'm not sure.
Very well could have been.
This was years ago, though. Oh, and we can immediately turn in that mushroom if you're Cheffy, because he's got the flute. And he can go over and do the useless fairy drop down, and if he wants money, he could do the Houlihan play here. And the useless fairy drop down is Ganon.
Yep. Well, at least we know where Ganon is, and it's not going to be locked behind the tower this time. But of course, we all know that means the Kakariko well is in the pyramid, right?
Oh,
that's how it works.
Okay,
right?
Let's see. Where is this? Oh, Lumberjack gates a cape. That's a little spicy. Bumper ledge. We've seen the hookshot side of it, so a hookshot's gonna get us through that if it's required.
So Cheffy finds Magic Bat at Sanctuary. So I mean, kind of looks like Kakariko's at the pyramid.
We haven't seen the well yet.
Really?
There's Speck Rock Bottom, so we don't have to worry about taking that connector when we see it, which is always nice. And Mountain Axis. West Mountain Axis, but Mountain Axis nonetheless. Big Bomb.
Pretty sure that's the east side, but I could be making that up.
Oh, east. By what? My brain knew it was east and said west, so yeah.
Yeah, directions are dumb.
Just 5 rupees in the C-shaped house.
And Chefy's going to go ahead and get those items from the Uncle's Tunnel here and move on. Now Gammachu's going to sneak through the Tektite hellhole.
Yeah, those Tektites are mean. Alright, but nothing really doing on the east side of the mountain. Cheffy's not going to take the connector that got Gamma there, at least not right now. Maybe we'll come back to it after he checks the Lumberjack area and sees that cape sitting there. It's an item you want. It's an item you don't usually need.
Yeah. There could be a situation where you need it to get into, like, the Agate Tower door.
Yeah, I mean...
Or the logic could dictate you would need something else.
I think at this point, the most likely way that becomes required is if the bumper cave leads to the hook shot, and that's the only way you can get there. Because we've seen the hook shot side of the bumper cave, which we can go through with the hook shot.
Yeah, and of course we don't know which particular entrance will be the other end of that cave, and you never know what's going to be on the other side there. Now, if it's the vanilla entrance of Bumper Cave, there's an item there. And we know something has to connect there.
Yep.
Okay, but we don't know
what. So we
what.
have a blue cane to put Laser Bridge and Spike Cave in logic when the time comes. So it really doesn't do anything there. It's just that where is Hookshot? Once we find Hookshot, we can probably just write off that cape. as
Yeah, man.
would be nice to have, but yeah, no one's killing Aga for that. Unless we get
Absolutely.
the rare Aga for Dark World seed, which I don't think I've ever played one of those. Not in Crosskeys.
Yeah.
But
Especially
they
not
do
with the Moon
happen.
Pearl this early.
Yeah, I mean, they can happen. We haven't seen a Dark World connector yet, but we also haven't seen Castle Tower or any small keys, so it's probably not going to be a thing. In the meantime, Cheffy going to see all the stuff that's, or lack thereof, in East Death Mountain. Gammachu is going to find Ganon's location.
I was feeling for Cheffy there. I was like, whew! Just getting through those stupid Tektites.
Like I said, those
One of them like
Tektites
sitting there in the little diagonal passage, and you just can't get around it.
So this early advantage of the flute. Yeah, this early advantage of the flute is really paying off for Cheffy. It doesn't feel nearly as bad to go to some of these spots where you can't, pull the rocks because you're going to be able to easily get to them later.
Meanwhile, Gammachu just came out of Misery Mire. They're right outside of Lake Hylia. Jumped down, and we see the hammer on the island.
Oh, baby. That's so we're going to need flippers logically for that, and we're going to need a mirror hard required for that. You can sequence break it with a water walk. You cannot sequence break it with a fake flipper.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if I get boost before flippers, and I have the Dark World access to the Skullwoods area, the first thing I'm doing is water walking to that hammer. I don't care if I have flippers or not. Yeah, and Gamma does what makes sense. He's going to do the eastern area because he doesn't have a glove and he doesn't have fast access to these other locations. Cheffy's going to take advantage of that glove and check these locations much quicker. He's going to do a fake flipper well, he's only got 104 rupees, so this is strictly for the man under the bridge. Oh no, he's going to do the island first. Might do both.
Yep. Speaking of the island, in the Thieves Town is the green pendant. In Crosskeys in particular, the cave that's normally at the island, the fairy upgrade cave, that's one I really love to see because 10 bombs almost always not enough. I'd like 15, and sometimes I just don't have arrows. I'm like, hey, I'll buy the upgrade. I'll have 35. That'll be great.
All right, Gamma found Hera, which had a Misery Mire small key. The only thing of note, which is not that much of note. Interesting use of the Cane of Burna to flip the switches. Doing it very well, because I know if I turn on a Cane of Burna near a switch, it's going to go on-off a few times.
Seems like the plan.
All right, Cheffy's going to check out these desert connectors, going to see what the item is. Saw a piece of heart on the torch that we don't care about. And a dark room.
We got a dark room over at 5.
He hasn't lost any health. Oh, there goes some health. Okay, so this is probably not Old Man Rescue.
Yeah.
Probably one of the ascent-descent connectors, but I won't say for sure. I don't have his audio on. I imagine that's the one that's being used, though. You
can easily tell if it's a connector, or whether it's the Old Man connector by just holding up and hearing if you hear the fall sound.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you're looking for if you're confident in doing the rescue without anything, which is where Gamma is right now. If you fall but don't lose health, then you're rescuing the Old Man.
Mm-hmm. I guess theoretically you could use a little bit of burnout to get your bearings.
Yep, you could. You don't have a lot of burnout right now. We do find Super Bunny Cave on Gamma's side. Let's see if we got anything there. Misery Mire map and 10 arrows, so nothing. I mean, we can. But
at least now he has significantly more burnout.
Yeah, that's right. The free magic refill is nice there. And where does this take him? Oh, there's our Dark World Axis. Yay! Super Bunny Cave, everybody's favorite Dark World Axis cave. And by favorite, I mean not at all.
Nope. We got bonk rocks here at Thieves Town. Yep. Nothing real good there.
Yeah, just imagining the having to go through Super Bunny Cave every time I want to go to the Dark World until I find 2 gloves or a glove and a hammer. Well, we know where the hammer is. It's sitting on, like, Hylia Island.
It's like, hello. So can I get a little help here? Alright, so heading to the south end of the village here, I assume.
Yeah, I like going south first because you have guaranteed items in a few places and several entrances, and then you can do it again to do north.
Yeah, and there's
I might have done north
fewer
first
things
here just because as bad as the Super Bunny Cave is to get through. On the other hand, when you do the north, you can end your route with Skull Woods, and then you don't care whether it's the bad woods or not.
Yeah, I like the south here just because there are fewer things on the way that you can't do because you don't have the mirror.
Right. Alright, well, Cheffy's going to have a bit of an issue that he only has 44 rupees, and one of the things you want to do going south is the dig game, so he might take a different route once he gets over to this Dark World area, although maybe Gamma picked up some money in the village, we'll see.
Yeah, there's 50 in the Bonk Rocks chest there in Thieves Town for sure, so that'll be enough.
There you go. And just a compass for our trouble.
Gross.
Yeah. Well, it's not even new anymore, but the tracking rules allowing you to count items pretty much made the compasses completely obsolete, so we don't need to pick them up. Yep, there's that $50. We'll allow him to do dig game if he wants to do that first. Small key to Turtle Rock for Gamma.
Yep, got 4 of those that we need. That logically you would need to be able to beat Turtle Rock.
Usually you just need the 1. There's some, depending on where the entrances are, you might need 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, if you have to go in the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, if all 4 entrances are accessible, then you can get away with just having 1 key to get to Trinex. Oh, that's not a good connector. I mean, we can knock off King's Tomb as ever having to check it, but getting stuck there is not fun. And Gamma, without the flute, can't even flute away. Cheffy, when he goes there, can choose to flute away instead of saving and quitting. And he is going to go north first. Okay, so a little bit of divergence here.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, the argument for going north here is then maybe you can do all this stuff at once, and maybe by the time you're done, you'll have all the things you need, and you won't have to do the Super Bunny Cave for Dark World Access 20 times. One can help. Yeah, he's gonna rush Skull Woods. I usually try to wait for a big key or a fire rod to do Skull Woods. If this is the bad woods especially. If it's the good woods, then he's gonna be able to walk out, which will be good.
Well, it looks pretty good to me.
Not the bad woods.
Like, if you ever see the front in either of the 2 front entrances, you're good. Otherwise, you got a real slim chance of being able to drop in from the hole in the back.
Yep, there's going to be a drop that will get you decent access, because there's 3 of them. You just hope you don't choose the pinball one first, unless you've got small keys already.
Yep.
Okay, Gamma's going to open up the desert entrance with the book, but he's not going to be able to flute away, so this is going to be the end of his route. Big key chest of Skull Woods is...
Whoa!
Flippers! Well, we're halfway to the hammer without any kind of water walk shenanigans.
I was trying to come up with a way to do a living on a prayer thing with that, and I couldn't make it happen.
Actually, the really big pull for Cheffy would be if he could find the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Because then he can just go south and just go get his hammer.
So traditionally, the play here is grab these 2 chests, go ahead and just go into the pinball room, grab the other key. That way you have the key, and get the heck out. Big key of Thieves Town sitting here in...
that green pendant.
Could be a deal.
Yeah, could be a thing.
We already know the pedestal is dead. Gammachu did check that very early. So those of you who are waiting for a Crosskeys pedestal seed, sorry.
Cheffy reminding us that crabs hurt.
Yes. Crabs hurt an inordinate amount for how early you encounter them.
Yep, they sure do.
We got a big key sitting on the top of Bumper Ledge, so that could very well be a huge deal.
Yep, well, we'll need that connector for it.
Tavern of the Dark Lumberjack, so not really what we're going for there. Now I'm just thinking like the Lumberjack just converted his entire business into a speakeasy or something.
I mean, I'm sure, why not?
The only reason I'm thinking that is because I've been playing way too much Blueprints. Anyway.
Alright, the shop is a shop. A different shop, but it's still a shop.
Yeah, it's not the real fancy shop that only has the unique inventory that's usually in that location.
Gamma looks like he's going to go ahead and get some items in the escape here. Cane and Burno is one of the items that you can start with in standard modes. We don't have the small key to put it in logic. We don't really care about that. See, there's that mini Moldrum Cave. 7 bombs is going to be enough. And now Cheffy does not have to worry about his bomb count quite as much.
Yeah. Alright, small key to desert, a fairy in a bottle.
Not interesting.
A pod key.
Interesting.
The big key of GT.
Interesting and annoying all at the same time.
Yes, you prefer not to see the Grand Tower big key if you can help it. But when the game puts something in there, you'd like to have it. So
yeah, if you're gonna get the Ganon's Tower big key, you want to get it before you ever enter the basement, because you don't want to leave that big chest orphaned when you go do the back.
That's a humongous pain.
So far, not a whole lot in this escape.
You get an Eastern Palace map, so that'll at least tell us, what Eastern Palace is if Gamma decides to check it.
Well, when he walks into Eastern. Hey, we can refill our bombs here. But don't get hit by the rats. These are Dark World rats, which means they're like crickets, and they will do 2 hearts of damage.
Same damage as crabs.
That's right. We don't have a glove to get all the way over to Catfish, so if something's at Catfish, it's going to be picked up for a while.
I need to go pull up Echoes of Wisdom again so I can remember what the crabs are actually called.
Alright, Gamma's going to do Dark Cross.
While Cheffy's doing Dark Shopping Mall over here, we find the Laser Eye Wall of Turtle Rock. That's the west entrance. And a library with a Bloopy.
Yeah, we're not using that. We're going to try and do this Turtle Rock play? What do we got? How many keys do we have? We have... Oh, he's got no small key. He has no small keys. So if he wants to do the lava chest, he needs to kill the Pokey to get the key.
With this setup, that sounds terrible.
With half a heart. Okay, no, he's not going to skip it. I would consider just doing...
I mean, he does...
Oh, he's got a fairy.
Just get a fairy in a bottle. So he's got that. But, like...
He's got to do this with bombs. That does not sound fun.
Honestly, there is a check that is in logic here.
Oh, he's going to use Burna.
Oh my goodness, and the magic drops
look at that refill!
Look at the magic drops. He probably knew that was in the drop pool for that,
Well, maybe. I don't know if we've killed enough enemies to really see drop pools. Okay, to Skullwoods. So, logically speaking, the moth kill is behind 4 Turtle Rock small keys for that location.
Wow.
Logic is funny. I do enjoy piecing logic back together, even if I will break it, especially key logic.
Yeah, you absolutely don't worry about breaking key logic for gameplay purposes, but it might inform your decision about where to go.
Yes.
But this particular chest, the Chain Chomp chest, is in logic with no keys, nothing.
Yep.
And it's a pod key.
Okay.
So that's like 3 now, I think?
I believe so. Yep, 3 pod smalls. The 4th
3
one
out of
is when
6.
it gets interesting. Not that you would necessarily wait to go to pod on 3 small keys, but you might prioritize it on 4, because that's when the next set of logic kicks in.
Right.
All right, first mountain check with that flute. It may be that Cheffy was not prioritizing it because of the out of logicness of it, but now I was going to go ahead and do some of it. Gamma notably does not have access to that flute. It's behind the bow in pod. Or it has access to the flute, but has not gotten it, I should say. Has not done that sequence break yet.
Hello, Hype
Cave.
Hey, get out of my head.
Or Heart Cave. Well, we got a Quake.
Oh, there's the boots.
That's the thing you want to find.
Boots.
Cheffy finally saying, maybe I should just done this right away. Take advantage of that flute.
Yeah, so those boots are significantly out of logic at this point.
Yep, we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care.
I mean, eventually we will need to find a bow, so it might be relevant to figure out what's available and what's not.
It's a bow, though. There's another one out there that's our silvers that we could just find. So of all the item skip logic, the bow one is the one that is easiest to work around. Or in some ways the hardest, because like if it was something else, I could be like, okay, well, I know not to look for the fill-in-the-blank item in such and such a spot, but for a bow, you're still looking for... And unless bow is go mode, you still look for the bow wherever, because there's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Cheffy going for the old man's rescue. Gamma, meanwhile, I didn't see where this was. Did find Paradox Cave, which of course is 7 items. So far, the first 2 not very interesting, though.
Yeah, I believe the entrance here was in the Dark West Dark World.
Okay.
Or Dark West Death Mountain. So, like, where the old man's cave would be.
So we had to have a connector to get there.
Yeah, I believe so. It may have been... I think it was a connector to Spike Cave. Like, it was just, like, here.
Ice Palace Small was the best thing he got out of there, from what I can tell. And we don't really need many... Logically, we will need 1. Here we are. We're on the top of the pyramid. Okay. The top of the castle, I mean.
Remember that cape I was talking about earlier?
Yeah, there's that entrance. Can't do that entrance right now. Funny thing is, if you go to do Lumberjack to get that cape, the barrier will no longer be there because you killed Agatha. Which is a thing you sometimes get. That is another reason why an Aga kill could be required, is if you had to get into that entrance. Oh, there's a bow behind the mirror. Oh, baby.
Where was that?
It was on Speck Rock.
Oh.
So, okay, so for now, the flute is behind the mirror. That is interesting.
And also behind the hammer.
Until we find another bow. Yeah, which is behind. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're going to see the Hookshot Cave connector. See where that goes for Gamma.
Or I guess the flute's not behind the hammer. It's just the hammer is also behind the mirror.
Behind the mirror, yes.
It's a branching dependency.
And Hookshot Cave has to be done from the back because we got Desert Right.
Everybody loves Desert Right, and by that I mean no.
No one loves Desert Right.
Desert Right is the worst. Unfortunately, there's got to be a connector there somewhere, so... There's always going to be one that is a whammy.
All right, hopefully we get Cheffy back. There we are. It looks like he's in Paradox Cave.
Making sure it wasn't just me.
Okay, so Hyrule Castle main came out at Spike Cave. Okay, and back of Old Man Rescue in the Dark World. Okay, so that's how we got to Paradox. That's not a fun chain of events to have to do. And Gamma's gonna go back through the Super Bunny Cave to get back into the Dark World.
Yep, the good old-fashioned way. That's the... I don't know if it's the worst Dark World access cave, but it's pretty close.
Definitely up there. I think I'd rather have Super Bunny than Spiral Cave, but not by much.
I think the worst access to Dark World I could think of off the top of my head would be like the front of Turtle Rock.
Oh no, okay. So I've got the worst access for Dark World because I've actually seen this. This was in a tournament race. Gosh, it's got to be 6 or 7 years ago at this point, where the Dark World access was through Turtle Rock, where you had to kill the Pokey to get into the west exit, and all you had is Canis and Maria. That actually did happen in a race. Gosh, it was 2018 or 2019, I forget, but it was a long time ago.
That was, in fact, the scenario I was imagining.
You really don't have to imagine it. It actually happened.
Gross. Alright, so Cheffy going back through Paradox Cave. Meanwhile, Gammachu's taking care of all these north checks here in North Dark World. Cheffy's going to pick up 10 bombs in the shop of Paradox Cave, because you can.
Yeah, I mean, Gamma really right now needs to find a bow or find the mirror. No, he needs the bow, right?
Oof.
Because to get the flute, to even see that there's a bow behind the mirror, he needs the bow. We haven't seen any mountain access that's outside of the the flute.
Yeah, with the minor exception of that one dark mountain access, but you'd need the mirror for that anyway.
Mirror for that, yep.
Which we need that for the bow, and you get the idea. Right, well, we did come out of the back of Skull Woods, it looks like.
Yep. So this mini Moldorn Cave is interesting in that it had a bunch of items that are interesting, but not particularly great items, but all interesting items.
There's certainly that. Alright, Cheffy is going to go out the back of the old man's home. Let's see where that goes.
And you hate to see a big key
Dark Ice
to have
Palace.
access to. Oof. Well, that doesn't do us any good. Can't even mirror to get out of it.
Nope. We know there's nothing particularly earth-shattering at the entrance there either, so... I mean, you've got the flippers, so you could do that, but... Yeah. Alright, well, we got a Garbage Bonk Rocks number 1. Going for Garbage Bonk Rocks number 2? Maybe not yet.
Yeah, I don't think Cheffy's gone south from Village yet, so... Yeah.
I mean, he came in from south, right? The first time. Like, both of them did.
No,
you mean South Village of
Bunny.
Outcasts.
Yeah,
Okay.
Village of Outcasts.
Sorry, my brain was confused.
Ah, no worries.
The big key of Mire over here on the right side of Desert. With that Desert small key we found earlier. And with the boots, you can go into Mire. There's the small key to Mire too.
Yep.
Is that all 3 of them? Or is it just 2?
I see just one on... Well, I just see the one on the tracker, but I know we saw another on Gamma.
Yeah, I think Gammachu has one, and Cheffy has the other. That being said, we do know where Misery Mire is, so if he felt so inclined, he could go in there. I don't love it, because getting through the Mire 2 would just be awful.
Oh, yeah, there's your real issue. Mire 2... Well, Wizrobes don't die to bombs, is the real issue.
Yeah, but they die to Burna.
Really ironic, because as a Z1R player, we use bombs all the time on Wizrobes, so they should die to bombs.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, in Link's Awakening, the only thing they take damage from is bombs.
Oh, there you go. Wizrobes just keep morphing themselves, you know?
Yeah,
right,
they put in a massive nerf on the Wizrobes in this game.
Oh my god, they really did. Well, I mean, in Zelda too as well, where you just cast a spell and reflect their beams back.
True. But at least for some portion... Oh, wait. What am I talking about? You don't get spells in the dungeons. Never mind.
Oh, we found the big key. It's a big key to Hera.
Hera.
That's a good big key. We have access to Hera.
Where was Hera again?
It was early. We can't beat Hera because we have nothing to kill Moldorm with. But...
Yep, not a blame thing.
We could have
the mirror could be in that big chest or something, you know?
Yeah, we could have the triple Hera dip. We could have... There's even a quadruple Hera dip. I think I've seen that. It was a runner a while back where it was do the 2 caves you always have access to, and then do a big keyless, weaponless Hera pot, and then came back and got the big key, the big chest, and then but still didn't have a way to kill, and then eventually had to kill Moldorm. And I guess you could even make it 5 if you really want to push it to add the small key.
Yeah.
Like Hera's, yeah, we'd rather just be able to do all the things. You were talking about Mire earlier. The other problem with Mire though is we don't have fire, so it's not even that many checks.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not just a hugely amazing play for these runners to make at the moment.
No.
Like, really just, as is tradition, you know, going out, exploring, figuring out, you know, the contents of your map, trying to figure out where everything is.
Yeah, we could break pod, go to, you know, use the 3 keys in pod to do things there. I hate to do that without either a lamp or a sword to see the dark maze, but, you know.
Right.
Oh, wait. No, did we see the item? Is the item nothing?
I believe we saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe somebody saw the observation deck at some point. Oh, hello.
Glove.
Gammachu has located a glove and the big key to desert in the Pyramid
really
Fairy. That's at Swamp Palace entrance. Cheffy's going to get that, like, right now.
Yep. Well, that's things to do. It looks like Gamma's gonna fake flipper to the east side here. Is that what he's planning on? Oh, he's got a never mind. It's not a fake. He's gonna real flipper to the east side.
Yeah, he was over in Skullwoods a little earlier.
That's right. The flippers were. I knew there was something in Skullwoods the runners wanted. And just to be in the fairy here. So, fun fact: if the fairies are in the same world, they're gonna have the same prize when you throw the bottle in. If they're in ones in the light world, ones in the dark world, the prizes will be different, as we saw here with the bee and the green.
Yeah, the fairy, the drop that gets checked, and also the fairy sprite changes solely depending on the world variable.
Yep.
And that could be changed, I'm sure, but we don't.
I mean, there's a certain anti-fairy in the in GT
exactly
that they fixed, and everybody said no, we liked it that way, and so they unfixed it.
All right, so now we've got Gammachu coming into the good old Turtle Rock situation as well. and we're going to be
He's not
fighting this
much
Pokey.
better off.
Yeah,
he's got
but
a small key, so he's got the option.
Brian Pokey
not...
is really doing some good here.
Yeah, I mean he has the option of skipping the small key here because he does have one, but he's going to choose not to.
And of course, there's something that was mentioned earlier when that was happening, and this is something you don't realize unless you mess with the Cane Brian or Berna, excuse me, a lot. Is it always hits things upwards. Everything will always go up. Doesn't really matter. So when you're trying to hit something, you'll want to go up against the top wall to kind of keep it pinned if you can.
Okay, so the other problem for Gamma is he has 2 bombs and Berna to hit switches with. So this is kind of dicey to try and get this item here. He's gonna hit the switch with the Berna, and then he's got to not screw up with these bombs. He's only got 2 of them.
Precisely 0 other projectiles. Well done.
And yep, and there we go. We're gonna use the Berna to make sure we don't die. Gets his pod small, which is his 3rd small. And he's gonna grab a bomb from the front.
Fair enough.
Cheffy, in the meantime, is going to go ahead and swim over to the East Dark World, and... Oh, here's Eastern! And it's a crystal! Okay,
it is.
So... Yeah, Cheffy didn't have the glove when he went over there, which means he missed that Eastern was there.
Ooh, that's could be a pretty big deal. I mean,
now,
we don't have the bow yet, so we couldn't possibly beat this, but...
Get a lamp, though, that's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty helpful.
We know for 100% Gamma is not going to be able to beat this. Like, the big key could show up here, but we know where both bows are, so there is not a bow here to let him finish this dungeon.
Wait, where was the other one?
Oh, you're right. No, we saw... Never mind. There could be the other bow. It was the flute that was in pod, and the bow that's on the mountain.
Right. Oh!
Get a hook shot!
Game!
Okay,
Why you gotta
so
do
now
that?
That's the first item that Gamma's gotten that Cheffy doesn't have and is probably not going to get to anytime soon to give Gamma a bit of an advantage. Boots versus hookshot, I don't know, but I mean, Gamma eventually is going to either just break pod to get his flute, or is going to go ahead and get a bow somewhere. So,
yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know when Cheffy
putting the
goes back
hookshot
to our
in
shopping mall.
That particular chest was mean.
Oh, for sure.
Because most people, if you have the hookshot, you get a little shortcut to that chest.
Yep. Oh, yeah. A big chest of desert. Is an ice rod. Okay, well, I mean, Gamma's not missing that, I don't think. He's got access to desert. He's got that big key.
Yeah, if we end up having to kill Trinex, that is going to be relevant, so we'll want to hang on to it.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of knowledge of our pendants and crystals. We know our red crystals, and we know our green pendant, and that's all we know. We have a few maps on our runner sides. Then we know that Eastern's a crystal. But really, we haven't seen a map check, and we just haven't found a lot of dungeons to walk into with the maps.
Yeah, another important thing for Gammachu, that hookshot, it does allow you to hit things from a distance, which we only had previously bombs for.
Yeah, we still have a sword. We're 47 minutes in without a sword, although my record is like 2 hours, so... It could still be a while.
Do we count Plandos?
We don't count Plandos, because those are meant to do nasty things to runners. Alright, Cheffy's gonna do more
the worst case scenario one that took me like 13 hours to find the sword. Anyway.
We're not gonna go... Well, yeah, I get not wanting to climb Tower Hera without a weapon to kill Moldorm. It's 2 items, but
especially given the fact that you've seen one of them, you're just like
kind of in a bad location though. I might have done it.
Yeah.
The best Cheffy really needs to. At this point, they kind of both need to find a mirror in a bad way, right? Because we know that hammer's behind the mirror, but for Cheffy, because that hammer's behind the mirror, it might get him back over to that dark shopping mall to get the 2 lift rocks, the one in the dark world and the one in the light world. The one in the dark world we know is Eastern, which has his hook shot and a lamp just give you a fire source to make Misery Mire a little more palatable to go into.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go. Okay, I thought maybe he was gonna go beat Desert. He could, but man, right now with Ice Rod, your only weapon for it. You got to be good at that ice.
Well, he can't light the torches yet.
Can't light the torches because he doesn't have the lamps that Gamma has over from Eastern.
Yep. That's the real reason. To be fair,
I mean, I'd still be worried.
Would have forgotten as well, and I would have been I'm going through. Oh no, I don't have a thing.
I wouldn't have done it just because of the ice rod, right? I'm not good at the ice rod fight. A fire rod, I would totally do it, but then you have fire, so that part's not an issue. All right, Cheffy gonna go here to Ice Rod Cave area and lift the rock and find the bow.
There's a bow in the silly.
Okay, so that flips subtly in logic. Gamma needs to get over there. Funny how one of them got the bow, or one of them got the Eastern find, and the other one got the bow find.
Yeah, because unfortunately, due to lack of mirror, neither of them can combine those 2 checks, right?
Yes.
So it's a big old mess.
Yeah, that mirror is going to be the next big
Cheffy
find.
going for Mire here with this.
Well, the bow will hurt the... You have 30 arrows. Bow is good on Wizrobes.
Yep.
I wish that was true in Z1R. Silver Arrow Wizrobes to death, but we can't do that. Oh, there's one of these... I didn't see if that was the Wizrobe or the whatever those other things are called, but it's dropping arrows, and I would really go pick up those arrows, but he's not going to.
I think their technical name is Popos, but don't hold me to it.
That sounds right.
But you see, that just makes me think of Dragon Ball Z, so...
But yeah, Cheffy, still without a fire source, is not going to be able to do either of these 2 items on the left side. Now, you need 3 small keys to put them in logic, something that we generally ignore. And typically, if you're not going to do that left side, you're doing it because you don't want to do the cutscene, you don't want to do the slow check. Most people will still do the compass check because that's relatively quick.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so there's one check for Cheffy. Trying to do the little doorway extension to get past this.
Yeah, by now he could have run around and just... Yeah. And also, at 3 hearts, he's going to have a little bit of a tough... Well, no, he's got magic, so he's going to be able to do the spike chest. That's the one that has the logical heart container. It's funny because I actually did comms last night with Amazing Ampforce, and he explained how the... there's 1 heart that's placed that's considered the logical heart just for this item.
That must be what I was thinking of instead
I think so.
Of the laser bridge thing.
The laser bridge, yeah.
I was like, I know there's a thing where there's like a logical heart in Crosskeys, and I couldn't remember why. That's why.
Oh, okay. He's going to use the cane. He's going to get bombs, but he doesn't have to worry about that location again. We're going to finally get to see what's in Hookshot Cave from Gammachu.
Heck yeah, let's go. Oh, there it is!
Oh my god, that is absolutely disgusting! So you have to go... You have to get your glove, which was in the South Dark World, which isn't horrible, but to get the cane of Samaria. Oh my god. So you have to go... So
this is a potential disaster for Cheffy.
It really is.
Because Cheffy has the boots and can get the mirror in there, but not hook, not the cane.
Okay, so but this logic,
at least not under the current rule set.
You have to get so you have to get to the Dark World, but to get to the Dark World, you have to do Super Bunny Cave, which is annoying. It's so far our only Dark World connector. So you go to Super Bunny Cave to get to the Dark World. and then you have to go get your glove in the South Dark World, and then you have to take that glove with the flippers you got out of Skull Woods to the north. You have to take that glove over to the Dark Shopping Mall area and pull the rock to get into Eastern, to get your hookshot, to go to Hookshot Cave, to go get your mirror, and that gets you a bow. The other bow available, ironically, with the mirror in that same rock location in the Light World. But Cheffy getting the mirror, maybe get some... We'll get him the other... Well, he's going to have silvers if he wants them, whenever he wants to go get them.
And he can definitely go get that hammer and everything, but again, the Cane of Samaria is going to be very elusive for a long, long time. Though I guess it's, again, theoretically possible that, you know, Mire and Turtle Rock aren't required. In which case,
don't have...
that wouldn't be necessary.
No, we've already seen that Mire is required with Cheffy going in there with the sea.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I was looking at the tracker and I was like, where is this information found? It's at the very top, like, 'cause, of course, one of these days I'm going to stop being an idiot. Moving on.
Yeah, Siberian Tomotech, our trackers today, doing a great job. We need them. There's a reason we have them, and we're not trying to do that. All right, we do have... Okay, here's a slightly better access to the Dark World. Cheffy, where are we going? We're gonna get the... We're gonna take that mirror. We're gonna go get the hammer, and he might go into Eastern. If he might go and do that check over at the Dark Shopping Mall area, because he's never gonna be closer than he is right now. Gammachu.
If you're gonna do it, this is the time.
Oh, and Turtle Rock, also a crystal.
Okay.
That ice rod is relevant. Not that, I mean, both runners have it. Okay, well, we're not going into Eastern. I mean, Cheffy doesn't know that that's there. He's going right back into the Dark World, which is really interesting. So let's see where he's going. Okay, Gamma just getting the heart piece over at Crystal Roller Room. Oh, we can do a
like we're
check.
going
We have no swords.
Bombo's tablet real quick. I guess he's probably intending on sort of sweeping through West Dark World here with the mirror, or maybe not.
So Gamma's gonna spend a key on the big key chest, which is really interesting. Will he get his flute though? He is gonna. Looks like he is gonna get his. Are we gonna walk out? No, we're gonna go get it.
All right. Well, that's gonna be good for Gamma, and we'll sort of end the flute advantage that Cheffy had. However, Cheffy has the boots, so there is that.
Yeah, I want to say the flute led to the boots up in Death Mountain, so I expect Gammachu will be in Death Mountain shortly. And hello, GT. It's not good for Cheffy because I mean, he's probably gonna do the left side anyway. But could have done Smoky to Thieves Town is nice if we have to go there. But could have done it in Logic with the hook shot if he'd been in Eastern. So just not great ordering here.
There's one chest you can get to in Logic on the left side, but you need all the keys.
Yeah, we have no keys. Not only, unless this is this isn't. I think it needs to have it's going to be a different key.
I think they fixed the color problem.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a Turtle Rock key anyway. With just this one key, if he goes and gets the Firebird, he's not going to be able to go to the back. So I think he's just going to, he'll either just do, with boots, he's probably going to go all the way to the back and we'll skip the Firebar room. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, hello, Titan's Mitts. Over in the
I'm not
Stolfos
really
room.
I wouldn't really be happy to find Mitts, but I don't think we haven't seen the Mire area at all. So that gives us Mire access. Yeah, I'm continuing to go through Pod. will now hard require another small key if he's going to beat the dungeon, because he spent the 1 key on the big key chest.
Oh, Cheffy did not skip the.
Yeah, he didn't. So
chest
he's not going to be able to make it all the way to the back. He needs 1 more key.
Yeah, he'll be able to get to the chest before Rando Room.
Right.
But then he will have real troubles opening that door. Unless, of course, there is a Gans Tower small key
Yeah, exactly.
in this chest. But I'm not entirely certain that's even possible. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, what am I talking about? It's not possible for one to be in Rando Room unless the big key's in there.
Correct. We get a map instead. A map to pause. So we're going to find out. We may find out soon whether or not... Where are we going now? For Cheffy? What is he going to try and do here? Did he not get the hotkey?
Oh, no. No, he did.
He did. Okay, maybe he was double checking. I don't know what. There's nothing else he can do.
Yeah. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Maybe he might be thinking. Oh, no. Wait. I'm lost.
I mean, does he believe there's another key in a pot somewhere down here that he didn't get? Because I don't believe there is.
I'm pretty certain he got this key. Okay, yeah,
right,
you have to have a guarantee to be able to do everything on that left side. You need to walk in with a small key. I don't think he either didn't realize he didn't have already have a small key, or didn't realize that was the case. I'm guessing he just didn't realize he didn't have a small key. Because I mean, we're 59, almost an hour into this race.
How can you not have keys yet?
Yeah, right?
I mean, hey, maybe this is a GT key. Didn't we see a key over here earlier?
I think so. He's gonna hope.
And we turn right back around.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Let's go back to Ganon's tower.
I doubt he even does that.
Yeah, he might just have to do something else first.
It's gonna get a compass here from.
Okay, I guess Gammon did the big game.
Yeah, as you were saying, he never went south from Village of Algias.
Right.
So.
Gonna get a bunch of flippers checks from Gamma. We've seen the man under the bridge. I don't recall it being anything interesting.
Yeah.
It's a piece of heart. It gave Gamma a refill. Alright, we're gonna start smithing.
So I've started calling that guy under the bridge. I've just started calling him Bridgeman.
Okay.
Just because his previous name was a bit of a nickname, and I feel he needs a nickname. So Bridgeman.
Hey, we're gonna take the Smith into GT. That's always fun. Nowhere to lose him here because we're not gonna be picking up a crystal, so that works out nicely.
Yeah. Can't lose a blacksmith in GT, that's for sure.
Right,
actually, I don't know what happens if you kill Agachu with a blacksmith.
I think you keep him. I think you keep him.
I imagine you would.
I want to say I've seen it. I'm not sure.
I think so.
All right, Gamma's going to do Misery Mire, and he's got 2 extra checks. He's got all 3 small keys, too. So you kind of feel obligated to do the fire checks here.
Oh,
this is actually, this is actually a full clearable dungeon for him. So I think he's going to just do it.
Seems legit.
No, wait, no. What is he going to do? Okay, hammer. It's a shame because there are bows available for him that would make this fight super easy. And he's going to do it with a hammer.
Oh, boy. Hammer Viddy sounds
horrible.
Not fun in this particular case. It's really the small eyeballs that are a problem. Once the big eyeballs out, you can usually get it down.
Yep.
But trying to get those small eyeballs while the big eyeballs shooting lightning bolts at you, dodging who knows what.
Okay, Ether Medallion in Rando Room. Small key to pod, so... the 6 pod small key locked items are locked behind 4 GT smalls. That's always fun.
Yay. So that, of course, includes the boss and the... really everything in the Dark Maze.
So here's a bit of fun information, according to our wonderful organizer, Alzen. Did you know if you have the purple chest state, go into GT, climb GT, beat Agatu, and then run to the purple chest and mirror, the purple chest glitch still works. That's really cool.
That is ridiculous.
I think that's great trivia. I could be dumb as well, but it's great.
Well, apparently, according to Tracy, one of the chests you missed was the Ether Medallion.
Yeah, the Ether Medallion.
I had the same thing happen on my end, so.
All I saw was Ether Medallion. I mean, the other, I don't think there was anything else.
Yeah. Well, there was the Ether in that pod key.
Oh, yeah, the pod key. Got to make sure our pod keys are correct. Yeah, I'm looking at Gamma's tracker, and I don't see the Ether Medallion. No, wait, Cheffy has the Ether Medallion. Yeah, never mind. Gamma shouldn't have the Ether Medallion because he hasn't been in GT yet.
All right, Powder.
You like Powder. Powder's fun.
We sure
Where's
do.
Bat?
Magic Bat was Sanctuary.
Okay. So we can just do that whenever.
I really, really, really should take notes while doing commentary on Crosskeys, but I don't.
Usually between our trackers and our chat, we can usually piece things together that we forget. Because we have great trackers and we have great chat. Yeah, Gamma's gonna go ahead and do this fight. I'm just so sad because there are 2 bows that are easily available. He hasn't done anything in the mountain. That's where one of the bows is, and so he has got the mirror for the one on Spectacle Rock. And with the flute, it's really easy to get to that lift rock at Flute 8.
Oh, and this is where the blacksmith is. Cheffy with the excellent play.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Though maybe you wanted to mirror a little lower so you didn't have to come in and out. But that's okay.
Just $20. We just got a $10 extra because it actually costs. Fun fact: it costs $10 to turn the smith. Doesn't happen often, but it is really funny when someone tries to turn the smith in and they're just like, "Yeah, you have no money." Cheffy doing a nice job of not getting damaged while carrying Kiki.
I always freak out, like when anything gets anywhere close to me, and that usually results in me hitting it.
All right, Mimic Cave. We're gonna find out what's here. Just money.
Yep. All right, so Gammachu is getting right up in Vitreous's business.
He's got at least one fairy. I'm trying to see what else he's got in bottles.
Yeah. Basically, you're trying to take damage from the goo on the ground and not the eyeballs.
Exactly.
If you can help it. Because the goo on the ground will deal like 1 heart. The eyeballs in this current state deal 4, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, he got through the hardest part, but this isn't free. Like, having to hammer the big eyeball, your timing, the hammer hitbox is wonky and terrible. The eyeball...
And eventually, you probably need to reset and move around. Like, it's not guaranteed. Nope. Got it on
Very
one side.
nicely done. But, oh, by the way, you could have had silvers for this, just saying. Could have had silvers.
Yeah.
Hey, scan this tower small key on the Tower of Hera climb.
Alright, we'll get to see... I imagine we'll see the big chest here real quick, and then we'll see the...
Yeah, Cheffy not wanting to do the bomb jump. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame anybody for not wanting to do the bomb jump when you don't have, like, a sword to do, like, the really easy spin setup or whatever. There's some other weird setups.
It's so punishing if you fail. And Gamma's about to find his first bow. Right after killing Vitreous, he's gonna find his first bow.
About time.
Even one bow would have helped that fight make that fight better. If he goes to the mountain next, he's gonna find his second bow.
Oh,
Really
I would
funny.
bet a significant amount that he would go to the mountain next.
Yeah, it's a very logical place to go with that flute. Because he has not seen the left side of the mountain yet. he's gonna see his silvers very, very shortly and be like, wait a minute.
That said Swamp Palace. I think it was the compass though, so
Yeah, it wasn't the small key, which is the main
I was
thing we
about to be
care
like,
about.
"Oh, swamp? What?" We would have to find the dam, of course, to make swamp happen. We have not done yet.
Yeah, we piece it together little by little. There's Hype Cave. I believe the boots were in here, so that'll be good.
That is correct. I believe it was the third chest.
That sounds right. Cheffy, meanwhile, can do the mire area. There are the boots for Gamma.
I didn't quite catch
Bombos.
that.
Looks like bombos to get in. We don't have... Well, we don't even have a sword, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Well, in our K45, we get the Turtle Rock Big Key.
Yeah, well, Turtle Rock Big... We need a cane and a fire rod. We can do Hammer Try next.
Yep. Now, of course, that means that Cheffy would have to go over to Dark Shopping Mall, get the hookshot out of Eastern Palace, and then go back to Hookshot Cave to get the Cane of Samaria.
And no one's seen the fire rod yet, so...
That is correct. Nobody knows where the fire rod is.
Gamma still hasn't seen his silvers. He's going to rescue the old man here and then walk back up and see them. I imagine Cheffy will go get his silvers before he goes into Mire again.
Oh, hello. Agate Tower. We got one key, so that means we can easily acquire both chests in here and then get the heck out.
Yeah, never worry about it again unless well, wait, no, the cape situation, for those of you that missed it, the cape is sitting on behind Aga 1. Could still be logically required, I suppose, but actually I'm not even sure it can be logically required.
I don't think it can.
Yeah, because we have the hookshot, we have the bumper cave side that needs the hookshot, so the cape is dead as an item that we need to get.
Anyway, we see Gammachu now heading into the Skull Woods entrance, having just seen the other bow that was imminently available.
Yep. He's got small keys. He could beat this.
You can beat this. You'd have to do a little bomb jump to get to the torch, but
I mean, the bomb jump it's not a difficult.
Hard.
It's not a difficult bomb jump at all.
It's actually one of the freest bomb jumps in the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing difficult about it is that you have to not get grabbed by the hand.
That's true.
The bigger issue is that we don't have a sword to get to the back.
Yeah, it does help. It does help to cut things.
I was thinking, we can kill moths with hammer, but you need a sword to actually cut the vines to be able to get to the back. So it's not just you'd still use the hammer probably if you got a fighter sword. There's silvers for Gamma. What, 5 minutes after he beat Vitreous without anything? Heart piece on the ether tab.
And let's see what's in the entrance of Hera here, which is garbage. But we also have a hammer and can go to the east side.
All right, Cheffy, finding the connector to Floating Island, sees 300 rupees on the Light World side, so he doesn't care about that. Gonna do some of these other checks. We have a Bombos or Turtle Rock entry, which we could do if we had a sword. Well, Cheffy could do it with the sword. Gammachu doesn't have the mitts yet.
I thought you said he had ether, not Bombos.
He's got both. He's got Cheffy has both ether and Quake, and it was Quake for Turtle Rock.
Oh, Quake. Okay.
Bombos for Misery Mire, which we don't have. But we don't have a sword anyway, so we can't do any of it.
Anyways, we got Blindside over here, so there's that.
Our 5-item caves have not really provided yet, but we get a big key to swap. Okay, they still haven't provided.
I mean, Hype Cave would like to join the chat here, but
Hype Cave had boots, and that's really good. That's it.
I think it's one other fairly relevant thing. I can't exactly remember what it was though.
Well,
And
Mini
whatever.
Moldorm Cave had interesting things, if I recall, like small keys, a big key to Gamma's
Quake was
tower.
in there, right?
Yeah, Quake was in there, which could be like I said, interesting things. Nothing hard required yet. But yeah, you're right. Boost is a pretty big deal.
Alright, Gammachu now headed into the water again. Has 500 rupees now.
Yeah, I think we're going and paying off Zora here.
We're resorting to fish bribery, I see. The mitts are in Ganon's tower. Illogically claimed by Cheffy over here.
Well, I mean, it was like he doesn't have the keys and he doesn't have the hook shots. I guess how many keys? No, he's got 3 keys, so I don't think the mitts were 4 key locked. So they are in logic collectively. All right, more pod for Cheffy. We find out it is a crystal. Which means Gammachu, who I believe spent all his pod keys in here, is going to have to find a 4th pod small. There is at least one more. Cheffy, meanwhile, has 5 pod smalls, so he's going to be able to do everything here except, well, he doesn't have the big key.
Right. If it turns out we get the big key somewhere, I don't think we will. But,
oh, and of note, Cheffy doesn't have the lamp to make the dark maze easy. Granted, Gamma didn't have the lamp when he went through here either. Lamp and hookshot sitting in Eastern Palace, which is in the rock cave, in the Dark Shopping Mall, which Cheffy has done everything but that in that area. There's very little incentive to go back for that one entrance.
I imagine Cheffy is gonna finish off everything he can here. I had something I was going to say and I lost it. Oh well.
Yeah, well, I have been corrected. Apparently, Gamma did have the lamp when he did the back of the pod play, so...
Oh, right. I was going to say, you know, Cheffy is 3-0 in the Crosskeys tournament. I imagine he knows how to do pod dart room.
Oh, yeah, but it's a lot easier with a lamp, and it's even a sword. Like, he doesn't have either one of those things, so he's going to have to... It's going to be slower...
yeah,
more up to the point. It's going to be slower. Like
dust navigation.
Yeah, dust, and you can use arrows. That's not a bad way to see your way around there.
Yeah. Also, you
might really in trouble. You can use if you're really in trouble, you can use your blue cane. I like to cast ether if I can, because then it'll freeze the Kadangos. But we don't have a sword to do that with.
Unfortunate.
Because we're 116 in, and no sword. They're somewhere. I mean, let's see, we're starting to get, we have 3 dungeons. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 dungeons that we don't know, pendant or crystal, between the runners. Actually, is that true? No, between the runners, we have desert, we don't know swamp, and we don't know ice, so that's 3 dungeons for 2 pendants.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we can kind of start talking about what we need. We don't know if we need the dam or not. We might. We can do everything in desert. We just don't know. We just don't know whether it's pendant or crystal. I mean, Gamma has the lamp, so he could finish up desert. Cheffy does not have any kind of fire source, so cannot. We see a shield in the Turtle Rock big chest.
Doing a little obscure bomb jump trick there. It's very similar to the bomb jump to get across the Spectacle Rock Cave, in that you have to kind of be slightly into the wall, and there's not a real good way to set it up. Yep.
All right, so interesting question for Gammachu is he has the ability to do the right side of GT. Not in logic without the fire rod, but the less easy bomb jumps, probably one of the more difficult bomb jumps to do, is the one that gets you around that fire rod requirement with the lamp.
Yeah, the right-hand side here of GT is possible, as you were saying. You do have to do a bomb jump, and then you have to dash through and do the rest of the things.
Yep.
It is theoretically possible to do without the boots. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, he's got boots, so he's got that at least. Basically, what you want to do is, a lot of runners will set themselves up by actually going into the room above to get them closer to that second torch, really. And then you bomb jump to the torch on the bottom, which is tricky because you have not only a hand trying to pick you up, but a conveyor. Once you do that, you fall down, spawn at the top, and then you run and light the other torches. My understanding is without the boots, you have just enough time to get all the torches if you do it perfectly. With the boots, you get a little bit of leeway. And Cheffy finds this hookshot. We'll see how long it takes him to go back to Hookshot Cave. I mean, it is kind of, one of those things you might do quicker because it is 3 items. I don't know.
We'll see. Alright, so Gammachu picks up Ether there.
And that extra pod small to get him at 4, which is, he needs at least one more pod small. I mean, there's going to be 2 others that he's likely to run into, but, he gets to just breathe a sigh of relief for now. He doesn't have to think about it. Cheffy, meanwhile, has his fire source. Has his hook shot. He also might go back to Meyer soon to finish that off, because he's going to be able to do that. And he'll have a very easy Vitreous fight if he wants it. Has not gone and picked up the silvers, and he knows where they are.
Yeah, I imagine that might be something I would do before going to Vitreous if I know where they are,
Yep.
Just because that makes the Vitreous fight so much better. I don't know if it makes up all the time, but then it's also making up the time on Ganon and all these other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just depends on how much time you're going to spend just going to get that bow.
It's also free. It makes your Armos fight free. He's already done Ice Armos, but yeah, the regular Armos fight is free with the bow. It makes the Vitreous fight super easy. It speeds up your Ganon fight. I see no reason not to go get it, especially with boots, to get up the mountain pretty quickly.
So the question for Gamma is it about to be Tau Room o'clock? Because I think it is.
Yeah, I would rather see him he's got powder, so he might have been planning on death warping, and then get a little bit of health back, but now he's got plenty of health with the powder.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, 2 hearts is not what I want to be doing that room with the bomb jump lamp, because you're going to lose a heart to the bomb jump, and then...
Well, he's going to have a hard time getting to that room on account of lack of key.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he's just going to do Tower Room. So he's not going to do the... Good point. I don't think he's gotten the key on Race Game yet. He clearly has another one from somewhere.
No, he
wouldn't
is... Yeah. There's a couple of key. There's one key he got before coming in, but the rest of them have not been found, or by Gammachu. Cheffy found all of them in rapid succession right after doing...
Yep, well, we're going to get at least one here, because he's going to go get that Race Game key.
Oh, yeah. Now, in this case, it might make sense for Gammachu to just turn around and go do right side. It
might.
I don't necessarily think he would, but it's quick enough that you can just kind of go turn around, get the right side, and if it's not there, you're done.
I mean, you still have the climb at some point. I don't know. It's the counterpoint is, if Fire Rod's your go mode, you never even need to go there. And then maybe if you get a sword there, I think that'd be, that'd certainly make it worth it if you got a sword there, though. So, and we have seen 0 swords in an hour 22. Neither runner has found their first sword. We still haven't gotten to my record, which is 2 hours. But if you extrapolate the abilities of these players at 3-0 and me as would be not 3-0 if I were playing in this tournament, it's kind of equivalent.
Yeah, I feel like this seed might have been, equal levels of dumb to the one that caused your 2-hour sword thing, right? No, I don't know what your actual skill level is. I'm not going to make a value judgment. I just know that's how I would.
I let's just say I'm not as good as these players and leave it at that. Thieves Town.
So
yep,
my assertion for cross staves is you don't use that key to climb instead. What you do is you go right side, you get the key that's over there, and you use that to climb.
Yes, because you can get the key in the pot and you can just still climb. So it's not an either or. Whereas if you do the climb and you don't get another small key, then you just can't do the right side. Or you're like me, you just don't do either. Gamma gets to Hera pot. Tower of Hera. Right. As Cheffy continues to work his way through Thieves Town, we got a sword in Thieves Town.
Oh,
got a sword. I missed it.
Well, I completely spaced on where Thieves Town was. So what do I know?
We do know that Thieves Town is the green pendant, but that does mean it's going to be 9 items, and that's sword by... I mean, you could have left with the sword, but, like, what are your better options, right? You don't really have better options, so I think staying in Thieves Town makes a lot of sense for Cheffy.
And, considering you picked up the small key when you were back in GT, it's kind of a reasonable play.
Yep.
And, of course, you can just go back to Sahasrara and pick up the... green pendant, which I think was on the Lake Hylia Island.
Yes. We saw it really early before the race. Plus 2 swords! 2 swords in Thieves Town.
Thieves Town doing its best Swamp Palace impression today.
We are officially good on swords, although we would like a tempered sword, but maybe we're being greedy there. I don't know. This is our first Hammer Pigs check. We do get an item here. It is nothing we care about. 5 rupees.
In before third sword is literally on Sahasrara.
I mean, it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've ever... I have had a 3-sword Thieves Town before, so, like, it can fit. Gamma's gonna drag the purple chest, though.
We're dragging it north.
Yeah, that tells me he's got... Yeah, he wants to see some of the stuff up north, and then he can just flute.
Yeah.
So, you're trying to do the efficient thing. It is, like, he might be doing Graveyard Ledge. Graveyard Ledge is a little tricky to keep the chest, but it is very doable. Small key to Cannon's Tower in the big chest of Thieves Town.
Well, that's all of them for Cheffy, so...
Yep.
Problem is, Cheffy has to get back to Hookshot Cave before he can do the rest of all of it.
Yes. He can do the climb, but he can't do the right side.
Right.
You can break the fire rod, you cannot break around the cane.
Meanwhile, Gammachu also joining the Thieves Town party.
Yep, gonna get his first sword.
I believe I'm a registered member of the Thieves Town party. If there isn't one.
Bombs on blind, but we do get a green pendant. By the way, we long ago learned that pet is nothing, so that green pendant is only relevant for the Saha turn-in.
Yep. Alrighty.
And we've got desert. Yep. Could have done it before, but now it's even easier. Now, here's a place those silver arrows would have helped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that very quick landmill fight with silver arrows. He can use the ice rod. He has a sword now, so he's got a backup to the ice rod, which is nice. The ice rod shot's not quite the same as using the fire rods. If you're used to fire rod timing, the ice rod's a little tricky.
Yeah, the ice rod's a little bit different and doesn't have the splash damage little safety effect. Like a lot of times the fire rod will hit in a location that the ice rod wouldn't.
Yeah, the splash damage of the fire rod is a big reason why there was this misconception about Trinex. You couldn't just use the rods to kill the heads. To which I was like, how? Because when I played the game as a kid, I thought you had to use the rods. Like you couldn't do the weaken it and then switch to your sword. So
which is why I brought a million potions to Turtle Rock every time I did it, right?
Yep. I would have 4 potions. Refill at every place you can. But the splash damage, it's a little more visible to see that you're damaging Trinex with the fire rod, because you still have to weaken and then damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Desert's a pendant. Sigh.
Womp womp.
I didn't see what he got on there, but I don't think it was anything interesting.
So it's down to Ice and Swamp. I mean, we do have the ability to go beat Ice Palace. Just saying.
We do? I can't even remember where it was. I feel like we saw it really early.
Wait, no we don't. We don't have Fire Rod or Bombos. What am I talking about?
You're right, we don't have... Well,
my
once
brain
we get
is
Fire
dumb.
Rod or Bombos... Heart container at the potion shop. We're going to stack up on our potions here.
Ooh, nice.
Getting a red, that's an interesting choice.
Did I hear a little bit of a Midwestern accent coming out there?
I've lived in very many parts of the country.
Fair enough.
Alright, we're going to get a magic vat check.
Because the way you said stock up, I heard stack up, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh. Okay, yeah.
No. It's great. I'm just...
I mean, I'm New Jersey, California, Iowa combination. What can I say?
We will take that.
Yeah, when I get in a rant a bit, you can some of the New Jersey I can hear it, so you can kind of hear it. All right, Gammachu also going to do desert right after Thieves Town. It makes sense. He also doesn't know whether there's a pendant or crystal. It's going to be very sad to find out.
Important check about to happen over here for Cheffy.
Yep. We're gonna get that cane of Samaria. It's also Mire 3, so yeah, he's gonna do Misery Mire pretty soon. This might be his impetus to finally go get those silvers, because, again, easier Vitreous fight.
Yeah. I mean, I'd do it. It's either a flute to 1 or a flute to 4. Yep. Okay. Brave for the eye.
I mean, it's not like it's just faster with silvers. It's not necessarily like he's more than capable. But he would be
going out of his way for that one thing, right? It's just
I still think. I mean, you're gonna. I still think it's worth it. Especially if we don't get a third sword, like having to do. I mean, again, not a difficult fight. The part of the Master Sword Ganon fight that's difficult are the first 2 phases, mostly the second phase. The 4th phase is really no more difficult than a regular silverless Ganon, but it is a lot faster with those silvers. 24 spins versus 4 spins and silver arrows. Yeah, I take it every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Master Sword Silverless Ganon fight is what I like to call the full deck of spins fight. Because it's 52 over the entire fight.
Yep, exactly. Gammachu gonna stack up on his blue potions as well. Not sure how many he decided to pick up. Yeah, looks like he got a couple. I mean, at this point, if you're needing multiple blue potions, you're probably having bigger issues. So this is going to be fairly even as Cheffy finishes up Misery Mire and Gamma does whatever it is he's doing right now. I'm trying to think if there's anything that one runner has done that the other hasn't, and I'm not coming. I mean, I'm sure there's little minor things, but I'm not coming up with anything other than Gamma was in position to just get the silvers the first time he was there, so he just got them. But didn't have the easy Vitreous fight because he got both his bows immediately after killing Vitreous.
We might be able to see the why are my words failing me again? Sorry about that. Anyway. We jumped ahead to where we're supposed to be. That's good.
Oh, hey.
So
yeah, we haven't got... This
cave.
is the first... You're going through that bumper cave. Oh, hello. TR Bridge.
Yep, and that is basically the only way to get to this Mimic Cave entrance, but that's just a curiosity shop there.
Yeah, nothing interesting there.
If you were somehow low on arrows, you could get some there, but...
If you really want a good bee. Oh, front of Turtle Rock. This is new.
There we go.
We have only one check here because we don't have the fire rod to do the right side, but
yeah.
it is a check.
Fire rod on the right side, that could just be like... if you try to go to the right side without the fire rod, that's like this
lamp
even harder trick in the game.
Yeah, you're not using a lamp to sequence break that fire rod requirement.
I have seen it tasked.
Yeah, keyword there. There is one keyword in your statement, and that of course is task.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. And we have hit the riot shield department. Or rather, the mirror shield. This big old honking thing sits in front of your face, you can't see nothing.
Yeah, it is kind of an obnoxious looking piece of equipment. Alright, where are our runners going? Cheffy's gonna check out Lake Hylia and check out his green pendant. It is a bug net! I mean, Gamma might be happy with that. He likes the bug net. There's Tower Hair Big Key for Gamma, which gives him a check he was unable to do. Oh, hey, look, it's the front of Old Man.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're gonna go to the Misery Mire area. We really haven't seen anything of this, so... Cheffy's gonna go ahead and finish up Skull Woods with his lamp.
Yeah, and that's a good excuse to get those silvers after you're done here.
Yeah, after you've not had them for the Vitreous fight, but that's okay.
And I would say you don't have them for this room, but...
yeah, you don't need it for this room.
I mean, if you're using that little ether, that works.
Ether is really good on Gyptos. Fun fact, though, in the version that came out in America, in the non-Japanese 1.0, ether doesn't kill Gyptos.
Oh, lame. So
why they made that change, I have no idea.
So for those of you who don't know, the bomb jump in that particular room, there's a real easy way to set it up. If you just get up against, face down, hold your sword out, and get up against the left wall next to the pit, just hold yourself up against that, and then just walk directly to the right until you're in front of the pit. You'll be in the right spot.
Yeah, literally the only difficulty in that bomb jump is avoiding the hand.
Correct.
There's one of those Ganon's Tower small keys in Castle Tower for Gammachu.
Alright, 20 rubies for Moth, and we get a crystal here, which we kind of knew about already. That is, in fact, the 5-6. And we have the other one from...
Well, the fire rod won't be there, so I don't know that you rush to it.
Yeah.
Pod Big Key could be there. Eastern Big Key could be there.
Yeah, plenty of possible things. Nothing super relevant for this very moment.
So now we're down to, Swamp and Ice. Now, Gammachu, having not walked into Pod with a map, doesn't know that Pod is required.
I wonder if the dam is at the Turtle Rock entrance.
Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, the dam could just be a GT and it'd be ice that's required. That's always a possibility.
There is that.
All right, now that we have a sword, we can open this entrance, though. I think both runners are going to do that soon, yeah.
Alright, we got Quack. Let's do it. Alright, Gammachu heading into the Turtle Rock entrance. What do we find? It is a big key.
A big key. Big key to
Eastern Palace.
We need that.
Absolutely. We might just see an immediate, mirror and fluid way to make that happen.
Yeah, we might be simultaneous Eastern Palaces. I believe Gamma's done a few checks that Cheffy hasn't done. Cheffy having done the Skullwoods play. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a vanilla shield. Chat pointing out.
Wow. Yeah. Mirror shield right there in that chest. Of course, that wasn't what Cheffy found there, but yeah, we get the idea.
100% vanilla for Gamma, though.
Mm-hmm.
Also, very nice routing from both runners. It's taking that East TR entrance over to the West TR exit and getting into Eastern that way.
I would have almost certainly forgotten about it, knowing me.
Alright, so chat asking about what go mode is. We do need a pod big. Pod is a crystal. We either need... we do need a fire rod for Trinex. And then we either need the fire rod / bombos for Ice Palace, or we need to find the dam to go into Swamp.
Yep.
Do not know whether Swamp or Ice is our last crystal yet. Neither runner has a map.
Alright, Gamma coming up on the Armos fight. Again, this fight becomes pretty free with the silver arrows. Just gotta hit them all once.
Looks like Gamma was going to set up for the regular quick kill. Although it's entirely possible that what he just did is faster than just, shooting at them in any normal way.
Yeah, most people don't necessarily go out of their way to learn the Armos silver arrows fight in the most efficient way. Gammachu is the kind of person who would do that.
Still pretty quick for Cheffy.
Mm-hmm.
We got nothing. Nothing new in Eastern Palace. Eastern was front-loaded with a lamp and a hookshot. More importantly, I say more importantly the hookshot, but the lamp has been significant in that it is our only fire source. It has allowed us to do things.
All right, so Gammachu's now taking advantage of that awful connector to King's Tomb in reverse.
Yep.
To get here. Now that we actually have the mitts, it can make use of it.
Yeah, I think we're seeing GT.
Yeah.
So given that Gammachu, I think he's just gonna straight up climb. Where?
I mean, I could have swore he did this already.
He's done left side. I thought he did all of left side. Maybe
no, I think he skipped Firebar Room.
Okay, he might have skipped.
Which is where he got his key. Right? Because he didn't skip it or he didn't waste the key. Or spend the key like Cheffy did. Whereas Cheffy's just going for the climb. That makes sense.
3 small keys, do the logical thing. Gamma looks like he's. I mean, I would say Cheffy has done more sequence breaking in this run than Gamma has in general. But Gamma's the one that's going to be sequence breaking the right side. With your 2 go mode items, one of them's a fire rod, the other one's a big key. I really would just climb. It's entirely possible that your go mode it's getting more and more likely your go mode is just your fire rod. Okay, so Gamma gonna do the strat where you go into this other room so that when you fall, it's also a good idea. Oh, is he gonna do that? Okay, a lot of runners will also. What I would do is I would move those blocks on the middle right side and move them so that they're already set up in, so that you aren't pushing them when you're trying to do all the lamp stuff. It's the bomb jump, lights the torch, falls down.
And then you quickly just dash through all this other stuff. Yeah, like you're saying, I like to push that block early, but we are heading for the door. Oh, missed it!
Well, now the block push might have been the difference. It is pushed now, so he doesn't have to worry about it this time. I said there was leeway if you did it with boots. I didn't say there was a full.
Yeah, there's not a ton.
Not a ton. Okay, that's ice palace, but that doesn't. Your fire rod won't be there. It is a pod. Your fire rod's not going to be there either.
Yeah, but do you really need it?
You need it for Trinex.
Oh yeah, Trinex. You're right.
All right, so. Cheffy, meanwhile, is almost at the part where the climb gets interesting. I mean, doing a very nice job getting this far, of course. You know, we'd like to see good gauntlets and stuff, but we were more interested in the items that Gamma was getting on the right side. And, you know, that's still a good point. We could still need the swamp stuff.
I mean, the next play after this, once you've been in here, is probably just go ice with that bombos.
But do you search ice?
Well, yeah.
Like, it can't be your fire
you're
rod.
Right. It's not. You're right. It can't be fire rod. I mean, you're gonna do ice, but
I'm trying to think if it could have your swamp small, but you're still breaking around the fire rod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I mean,
so
you're gonna do ice one way or the other, right? So, like, you might, if you're thinking about what to do. Oh, yeah, you're right. Not
necessarily, because we don't know if it's pendant or crystal.
Yeah. But with it being a dungeon I can beat, and I'm nowhere close to accessing swamp.
Yeah, Cheffy getting the classic bad big key of Skull Woods late in the game.
Rip.
Like, if I'm Gamma, I go ahead and I finish pot. I don't check the big chest. It can't be, well, see, here's the problem. Like, the big chest could be your small key. Could be your swamp small key, which could be required. We don't know. Okay, so now if I'm Gammachu, you're not looking for anything in any places that the fire rod can't be, because I've got the swamp small.
I mean, that was Cheffy picking it up, but yeah.
Yeah, but Gamma's on the climb. He's going to get it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Whereas Cheffy is still going to be looking for that pod big key. But he's also not going to do any fire rod checks because he's going to be in a position where once he gets the fire rod, well, actually, this does put Gamma in a pretty good position as to he's not going to be looking for the pod big key behind the fire rod because he's already found it behind the fire rod. So he won't be looking for it in Ice Palace. He won't be looking for it in the big key locked.
Yeah. And I think if Cheffy finds a fire rod here, it's very likely that it'll be a long time before he goes back to right side GT.
Yeah, you might just go to ice and full clear it. But we do have all the items to full clear it rather quickly. We also have a small key to Hera. Hey, a sword! Yay!
Yeah, we take those. We take those every day. Yeah, neither player did check the Castle Tower entrance yet. First time we got there, we didn't have cape or two swords or anything remotely like that. Oh,
two swords!
Game?
Two swords behind the climb. Oh my god. So we had
Kakariko, two swords. Well,
yeah, we got two fetch quest keys on the climb. One being the worst key in the game, the Tower of Hera small key, and the other being the Skullwood's big key, which is very fetch questy.
Cheffy like 1 pixel off.
Yeah, you need to they're more in the middle there.
And what do we have here? Sick Kid.
With... Oh, okay. Well,
it's about time.
Got some new clothes.
Green mail is
you
awful.
I mean, I can count on, my hands the number of times I've actually finished a seed with a green mail, because, like, one of the mail upgrades almost always shows up.
And I ain't turning it down unless it's way out of the way.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, where are we fluting to, Cheffy?
Back to 1, it looks like.
Gamma is going to do this a little more efficiently because he's remembered that he hasn't gotten this entrance. Is going to get his mail upgrade.
And I think Gammachu did already check the pyramid item here anyway, so...
Yeah, I believe so. Gamma? Are we not going to fall? Did he... Okay.
Bro skips the well.
Skips the well drop down. Does he not remember that the well is the drop down there?
I mean, luckily it doesn't have anything super duper important, but
nothing important.
You kind of want to have those two swords.
Gold sword versus master sword. The drop down could have been a fire rod.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, there's no reason the drop down couldn't have been a fire rod. The pod big chest cannot be a fire rod, but the harmless hellway can. So he's gonna check harmless hellway. He's not gonna check the big chest. It's not harmless hellway. I'm gonna get a big bomb check from Cheffy.
Hey, it's the correct ice rod cave.
10 arrows.
Yeah, you can't have a fire rod in that location for sure, on account of moth.
So to answer chat, the climb is locked by fire, but they have fire with the lamp. You don't need the fire rod specifically.
Yeah, the lamp is sufficient to climb GT. It looks like it might be difficult, but the room, the second torch room is very doable. You just kind of gotta hang out a little bit over the edge and
or
light
you
the last
light,
torch.
Or you can light that as your first torch. Either way, I usually light.
Yeah, but that's a real good way to get yourself bodied by some fire snakes.
I do it just fine.
You don't know how to do it that way.
But the point is, you can light that torch with the lamp. Is the main point.
I think they're just fireballs, not fire snakes in that room. I don't remember.
Yeah, it is. There are things shooting at you. Yes. And there's puffs walking, the little sparky puff thingies walking around. So Gammachu's gonna go ahead and kill Helmasaur. He knows this won't be his fire rod, but he also knows he has to do this, so you just do it.
And a silver arrow to the head. Very, 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 very few people ever get to see the one silver arrow Helmasaur kill in a real game.
No, I mean, I think you can do it in some glitch. You can do it in glitched.
Well, I mean, you can do it in a lot of categories because you can just go get the hammer and skip the boss. But
now there's that too.
But like, you wouldn't do it unless that was your intention, right? Like, that's the whole point of your game. Alright, Cheffy now headed for...
You know this is not the answer.
Bridge. Or Turtle entrance, excuse me.
Actually, that's really interesting. A really interesting point by Tommeltech, our restreamer, one of our trackers, is checking the mire entrance with that Bombo to see if it's the dam. That could tell you something. Swamp Palace still needs the dam for it. Would mean the fire rod couldn't be in Swamp Palace. We're running out of places where is this fire rod? We are running out of places for it. I don't know how many locations we even have left. I'm looking over on Gammachu I can't read what he's got showing there, but he's got stuff that's not clicked off for his entrances. Cheffy doesn't have that on his stream, so check Gamma's his actual stream. I can see what he's got left. What he's got left unchecked. Cackwell, not the Cackwell, which he could have dropped into.
I mean, I think we could have. I mean, there's a possibility that we're looking at something here. I don't think we've seen the Hera basement yet.
No, we haven't. That big key was on. That small key was on the climb. So he's got a couple of entrances. I can't quite read what. Yeah. Oh, he's got the dam, and something else that I can't quite read. We know the dam's missing. Ice Rod Cave is he's missing Ice Rod Cave. We've seen Ice Rod Cave. I want to say on Cheffy's side.
Yeah, it was a Pyramid Fairy.
Right. Yeah, Gammachu definitely hasn't done Pyramid Fairy. So there you go. So the dam may have to be the answer.
Ice
Palace.
Woohoo!
Just what we wanted.
Yeah, apparently Gammachu already got that in the Dark Cross there, but
yeah, we've seen that before. Yeah, Gammachu did the whole back of Escape a long time ago. It's not the Hera small key.
I mean, that's where my money was on account of the other locked fire situation.
So the statement the dam could be a GT if swamp is a pendant. Generally true, but trying to think what else we have left that could be the fire rod. And it might just have to be, but what entrances do we have left? Because it won't be at, if it's at, and the dam could be.
Did anybody bother to do Spike Cave?
Oh dear God, maybe not.
Because this is the exact scenario that happened to me in my previous match. I went out of I did all the things. Spike Cave was very early. Oh, there it is.
Vanilla! GT climb for your fire rod. That puts Gammachu. That's go mode for Gammachu. Cheffy needs that pod big key. He needs to go to the right side of GT right now.
Alright, everybody say it with me. Is this even randomized? Okay, thank you.
Okay, so... where is Cheffy going? Is he just gonna do a... oh no, he's gonna full clear Ice Palace. Okay, well... I think this is done, basically. I mean, I hate to call it done before it's done, but Ice Palace full clear, well, much faster than it used to be now that, with the icebreaker. Although I say used to be, you and I have both been around long enough to know what it was like pre-icebreaker. But that's, the amount of time the Gamma has to take to do Skull Woods, which he hasn't done yet, is about what it would take if Cheffy went to right side GT to look for his pod big key, and we'd still have a really close race. But as Cheffy thinks that this big key is going to be in Ice Palace, which he's going to look like, this is a very natural play to do, and probably what I would do if I were in his position. He's not going to find it, and that extra time he's going to take doing Ice Palace, even if he goes straight back to right side GT afterwards, is going to be the difference here.
We will have to ask Gammachu in the event that there's an interview about is
not
there a
dropping
reason
into
you
the
decided
well?
not to go for the well? I mean, is there some way in which it would have been ruled out by the logic? I don't think it would.
Nah, I mean, he maybe just forgot that that's what was there. It's the only conclusion I can come up with. But yeah, all Gammachu Gammachu just needs to go do Skull Woods, and he's done. Whereas Cheffy's gonna full clear Ice Palace. No, that's not true. Gamma still needs to do Ice Palace as well, but that's gonna be very quick. Cheffy's gonna full clear Ice Palace, and then he's gonna go back to Turtle Rock, and he's gonna kill Trinex, and that won't take long. But he's got those 2 checks in the front, and he's gonna do those 2 as well, looking for his pod big key. And then and only then do I think he goes back to right side GT, and that's just too much time.
Yeah.
So really
at this point, I have to feel like the dam is probably actually literally at GT.
Yes, because we can see that Ice Palace is a crystal.
Like, I don't think we haven't seen any entrances at this point, other than
Meyer.
that.
Yeah, GT and Meyer. It's one of those 2.
Oh yeah.
It could be Meyer, but like if it was, it's again still couldn't have been the fire rod.
Yeah, fair enough. We've seen someone come out of the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think it was one of the Hyrule Castle entrances. Either way, it's been seen.
Old man, right.
Oh, Old Man is back with Skull Woods. Thank you. Even better.
Alright, Cheffy participating in the Cold Stare beatdown.
With Gold Sword, this won't take much. But yeah, really interesting, though, that in the end, when the runners were both in GT, it was Gammachu that went ahead and did the sequence break, whereas pretty much every other sequence break, and that's a really nice half magic at a really awful spot, every other sequence break was more like Cheffy did the immediate sequence break to get the flute. In Pod, he did the sequence break. He didn't have the hook shot to do the left side of GT, so did that sequence break. Gammachu didn't find GT till he already had the hook shot, so he didn't really have the opportunity to do that sequence break. I mean, for the most part, Cheffy was doing more sequence breaky stuff. And then when it came right down to it, the one that really mattered, Gammachu was the one that decided to do the right side of GT with the lamp and get his pod big key. And that's gonna, that right there is gonna be the difference at the very end.
Yeah, basically it depends here on after Cheffy beats Trinex here, how long does it take Cheffy to get back to GT?
It's gonna take too long because he's gonna do, like I said, he's gonna kill Trinex. He's gonna do these first 2 spots, and then after that, I think his first thing to do is gonna be to go to the right side of GT, and he's not going to be that far behind if that's what he does, but
yeah,
he still has to be pod, whereas Gammachu is like about to drop into Cold Stare.
Yeah.
Now he's got silver arrows. It's going to be a harder fight, and it's going to be a little slower fight, Gammachu having missed the 2 swords, the 2 free swords if you just climb GT. Hard required climb, by the way. We needed that Skullwood's big key. Not hard to require Aga 2 kill, though.
Yeah. Didn't even need the
that's
Swamp
not
Small
enough.
key from after Moldorm 2.
Yep, did not need the Swamp Small. I mean, you never find the dam. You're never walking into swamp, so.
Gammachu using some nice sword beam strats there to reduce the amount of damage.
Yeah, very nicely done. Yeah, I would use Bombos here. It uses a quarter of the magic instead of half the magic, but you know, the strat with the sword beams is really, really neat. I am a big fan of using that if you have sword beams in when you don't have Bombos.
And of course, speaking of the half the magic, well, there's the half magic again.
Yep. Cheffy not going back into the front of TR, so he's going to save a little bit of time by not doing that, so that's good. Or maybe, yeah. So maybe this is GT, but GT is not even that easy to get to since it's at K45. Meanwhile, Gammachu's going to drop into Ganon. Yeah, and Cheffy doing exactly what I expected. I mean, not exactly, because I thought he'd go back into Turtle Rock, but he's going to do right side GT before that. Yeah, I'm going to do some Canis. See, this is it. Gamma just wanted to show off Canis and Mario strats on Master Sword Ganon. That's all. That's all he wanted to do.
Yeah. I have no idea what's going on here. That's not true. I do know what's going on here, but it's still well above my skill level.
Oh yeah, I mean this is not something you just break out. You have to practice it.
Though I guess it might just be a little easier for the second phase here, because if you're inside the fire there with the spear doesn't hurt you. It looks like it would, but it doesn't.
We're
if you
already
can use
in
that block to
phase
keep yourself from going
now.
out, it's great. Yeah.
And Cheffy's going to get his pod big key around the same time the Gamma's going to finish this fight.
Nicely done with the triple, and that will do it. And he just decided to offload the remaining arrows, because why not?
There's that pod big key for Cheffy, just as Gammachu's finishing up with an official race time of 2:05.25. GG's to Gammachu.
GG's indeed.
See if Cheffy decides to finish. He doesn't have much left to do, so he may just go ahead. With a gold sword silver Ganon fight, like that's very quick and easy.
Fair enough. So I don't know how we invite people for the.
Yep, Tom will text on it.
Oh, okay.
Don't know if he's coming in, but so to answer chat, Fire Rod was in Skullwood's big chest, vanilla, with the Skullwood's big key on the GT climb.
Yeah, so bit of a process there.
All right, looks like we are going to get Gammachu in here in just a second.
Alrighty.
And I imagine Cheffy's going to go ahead and finish this out at this point because, like I said, not much left to do.
Yeah, so we'll ask about the bows and Vidi, and we'll ask about the cash.
I mean, in Gamma's case, he didn't know that he had two bows just waiting for him. And we do welcome in Gammachu. GG, sir.
Hello. Thank you. GG's.
Hello.
So the very first question I have, did you forget that the well was behind Aga 2?
Oh my gosh, I didn't do it? No, I didn't. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. I completely blanked out on that.
You know what was in there? 2 swords.
Oh, isn't that cute? Wow.
Just
I
be
just-
glad it wasn't a fire rod, you know.
So
If it
my
was a
mind
fire
was
rod.
so when I got the Swamp Mall, I completely zoned out. I'm like, okay, so I need Fire Rod for go mode. I don't want to
Yep.
follow the pod big key. I don't want to follow that bombos. I don't want to go to ice because I have no idea if that's a pendant or not.
Yep.
So I did that one entrance I'd orphaned, the Agatar entrance, and then I'm
Yep.
like, okay. Then I kind of set a game plan after, and I just forgot about that well completely. Because all I had left, I thought was what was it?
You got
Purple chest and
fetch quest
tablet.
keys. Yeah, you had 2 fetch quest keys in the climb, right? You had the Harris Small and the Skullwood's Big.
Yeah.
And of course, the answer was the Skullwood's Big. Vanilla, of course, because
Mhm.
why not?
Yeah. Of course.
But
You
it
know,
was
that sword
really
would have been nice.
yeah. But yeah, it was a really interesting race because for the most part, Cheffy was doing all the sequence breaking. He broke the flute really early
Oh,
in
yeah.
pod. He did Skull Woods with the lamp. He didn't have the hook shot going into left side GT like you did, so he just did it with the boots. And then the one sequence break he didn't do was right side GT with the lamp and did not get that pod big, which meant you do full clear ice and you do. He didn't actually do everything he could have. He did not do the front of TR, which I would have done, but he did. It did mean that he couldn't do a bunch of go mode dungeons at the end like you did once you found the fire rod. So
Yeah. Well, when all I had left was Ice Palace. That was never going to be touched because I know that Bombos was Fire Rod locked, so I'm not going to follow this right now.
no, of course
Right.
not. Yeah.
Did he have info for any of those dungeons?
No.
Okay.
The first time we knew that Ice Palace was a crystal was when I think he got in there first with the fire rod. So, because I think you were busy doing like Turtle Rock or something. So he knew it was. So we knew at that point it was a crystal. At this point, the dam was either a GT entrance or Admire entrance behind the Bombos. So
Yeah, there's also
we were never touching Swamp.
Did you do Pyramid Fairy? That was on my mind, but I was like,
Yeah, he
no.
did.
Yeah, that was Ice Rod Cave.
Yep.
Okay.
It had.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it even had, but it was
10 arrows.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my big worry was I couldn't potion glitch because I had full magic and I didn't have any usable magic items, so I couldn't run out of magic.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
we were
there
discussing that
There
because
were anti-fairies in the previous room.
anti-fairies.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh,
Bob was the
definitely-
smart one. I didn't think
Yeah.
of it either because I saw it when you used the potion. I'm like, oh, that's really smart. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, he has no way to lose magic to use the potion to break pot.
Yeah, that means
And
he
then
got
Bob came
this.
with the anti-fairies.
Speaking of things, we've got Cheffy, who finished with an official time of 2 hours, 9 minutes, 37 seconds. Pretty close race here,
Yep,
all
very
concerned.
GG's, Cheffy.
But Cheffy has joined us. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for racing with us today.
Hey, GG's Cheffy. Who did the climb first? GT climb.
He did.
It was basically, it
So
was
you
almost
entered
simultaneous.
GT at about the same time, and Cheffy, you're muted if you don't know. It was at the same. Yeah, so he got to the climb first, but you entered GT at about the same time. And Gamma, you did the sequence break. So
Sorry, I was talking muted.
no worries, no worries. GG's.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for casting.
That
Also,
was a very
we've been
fun
saying
race.
Cheffy the whole time, and I don't know if that's right or wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Yay.
good.
Okay, so yeah, in the end, what it came down to, funny enough, was Gammachu sequence broke the right side of GT and got the pod big key, and then climbed, and so Fire Rod was his go mode. And I say ironically because you were doing all the sequence breaks until GT.
Yeah,
And
I
then
can't really
just
do
do
that side.
Mm.
Not efficiently, at least. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not the easiest trick. I mean, Gammachu failed it once.
Yes, he did.
Not gonna.
I figured Fire Rod would. I was hoping Fire Rod would show up on the climb.
I mean, it kind of did.
Yeah.
Kind of did.
And then I thought I was looking for Swamp because I wasn't sure if I needed the dam or not until
Right.
near the end.
Yep. Yeah, we're down to GT entrance. As far as we know, we're down to GT entrance and Meyer entrance for.
Yeah, those are the only two I didn't check.
So
yeah. If anybody wants to like real quick, right after you get to the end of the credits here, want to like go check that, I wouldn't be opposed. But you know what? If you're done with this, feel free to get get out of my way.
It was a very funny seat. So, like, Gammachu, you did the very difficult Vitreous fight with the hammer and no sword.
Oh, gosh,
and then we knew you were going to find the bows, like, right afterwards. Because, like, the next thing you do is flute 8, get the one bow, and then flute to 1 and get the other bow. Cheffy, did you consider getting the silvers before fighting Vitreous? Because you knew they were there.
I thought about it. I didn't really want to go back up to Mountain until I could beat Mothula, and then I was like, I could have beat Mothula there, but I don't know, I just felt like it wouldn't have saved me that much time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you did it, it was still a very nice fight, and so both of you had very nice fights, but both, it's like, we could have had the free silvers fight, but just wasn't meant to be, I suppose. In the end. And then the whole mirror sequence was quite the thing.
Yeah,
that was a hookshot.
Yeah, in Hookshot Cave. It was the first. Yep. It was the first chest, right?
Yeah.
The bomb chest.
And that's another major difference because Cheffy didn't come in there with the hookshot. He got the boots, so he had the mirror and nothing else, right? Didn't get the Cane of Samaria out of there. Whereas you had done Eastern Palace at that point and got the hook shot out of the worst possible place it could be. Just saying.
I don't know if that was just a bad location.
The worst possible place it could be in Eastern.
Yeah, it's
just, I know, and I had already been down there once without a glove.
Yeah, yep. That's a terrible location because exactly what you're saying. The glove situation for you having already been there.
So the dam is my entrance.
It's my entrance.
There it is. We see it.
Yeah. Which would have been particularly annoying if anybody had decided to go in there and then you get sidetracked by swamp.
Yep.
Gross.
But swamp couldn't have had the fire rod.
Yeah.
Just saying, could not have had the fire rod at that point because the Bombos being where it was. I don't even know. I guess you all had. I guess you both had the map to ice when you entered it, because I believe we saw the sea in there. But
I think the map was in ice. It was the first.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that makes
there
sense.
There you go.
You were clearing in there. Oh, you were looking for the pod big.
Yeah, he was looking for pod big. Because he didn't do that sequence break. But yeah.
All right. Well,
I've very close race, except for that one. I mean, if you'd had gone straight back to GT Cheffy, and I wouldn't have done it either. Like that would take a lot to do that before a full clearable ice palace. You would have been right on top of each other. But
and
even I think with eight item ice palace to go, and like you skipped the turtle rock items, which I was expecting you to do. So
no, I did do the turtle rock items.
Oh, you did? Okay, never mind. I'm silly then.
I don't think either of those. It would have been closer, but I don't think that would have. Maybe would have saved me 2 minutes go moding ice. Maybe not even.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it has been a wonderful time watching all of you. I don't have anything else to ask, but if the two of you have anything else you'd like to say, or
I mean, I'll add one thing. I mean, Gamma 4-0, Cheffy 3-1, still looking really good for making brackets. So really fun to watch that. If you have anything about that to say, or just anything in general, as Bob was about to ask you.
No. I wish I had Mimic Clip or thought about that. Losing magic, to use my green bottle. That flute would have been so nice.
Yeah, that flute was nice.
I did get the starting flute then, and I still lost.
That one, the bomb jump probably helped me to right side of GT. Yeah, because I felt bad because you probably got the boots early then in the mountain. Oh, that one.
Not super. I mean, pretty early. I could have got him earlier.
Yeah, but
yeah, because you didn't go straight to the mountain. But when you got there, it was still a lot earlier.
Yeah, I did a Dark World loop before I even went to Mountain.
Oh, okay. Oh, then that feels really bad then.
Yeah, I found the dark connector and just took that.
Yeah, when the game hands you a moon pearl right off the get-go, you're like, well, I've probably got to find some way to get to the Dark World.
Yep.
Yeah, nice to see a Lumen Pearl just sitting right there in Link's house. Very nice.
And then have Super Bunny Cave as our primary way.
Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I didn't want to go back there again. Only
so
twice
bad.
though. But yeah, thank you both for putting up doing commentary, Tracy and Dr. Bob. And who were our trackers today? I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Tommeltech and Siberian.
Yeah, thank you both for doing tracking, and ZSR for putting up the restreams. And big GGs again to you, Cheffy.
Yeah, GG team.
And good luck going moving forward to the next round.
Yeah, you too.
All right, thanks to both of you. Really fun watch, and good luck to both of you in your next rounds. And I guess we can turn it back over to Tommeltech. Or I guess you didn't, unless Dr. Bob, you wanted to intro. I don't know if you want to.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to, sign off a bit. Just, I hope everybody else here had a great time. I hope you follow the runners here because they do an excellent job. And of course, I want to thank our, my co-commentator Tracy and
thank you too,
and
Bob.
our trackers. And with that, I will just say I have been Dr. Bobtastic. I will see you all at a later occasion. Good night, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Tracy, as well, for coming. Siberian, thank you for helping me track. Runners, thank you for running, even though I know you both left. I'm going to send us over to Adirondack Rick, who is doing some Crosskeys practice for, I guess he's going to match on Monday. So we'll get out of here. Have a good day, everyone.